Hello, this is Jimmy Aim 17, and today I am going to be reviewing One Piece Chapter 760. I'm doing this on my cell phone, so I apologize for quality in advance if it's not up to par. And what you are seeing right now is my windows, or window shades anyway. So this chapter starts off with Sabo and Koala scolding Sabo for picking a fight with an admiral. As she's scolding him, I see a little bit of a glimpse/flashback of some words that were exchanged during that confrontation. Now, I think this was the most interesting part, in my personal opinion, of this chapter because what they were saying to each other was quite interesting. Now, Fujitora was talking to Sabo. He was telling him that about the Marines not being a hero on this island. I guess it's because they didn't really succeed in helping a lot of people because Doflamingo was pretty much in control of everything. And Sabo responded with, what if they find out about what you said? And Fujitora saying like, oh, I'm willing to gamble on that. They exchanged a few more words, and then I guess when they were about to depart, Sabo told him good luck, and that was it. I find this quite interesting because the way they were talking to each other, they were talking like as if they were like friends that were forced to fight on different sides. Not only that, but Fujitora is probably one of the more interesting admirals. Well, personally, I think all the admirals are interesting in their own ways. But Fujitora has been shown the one of the few that actually have honor and have actually gone out of his way to help people. And when he can't, he's actually really disappointed and torn up about it. That and the whole, he wants to remove the warlord system thing, I think that's quite interesting. And I want to see how that unfolds throughout the story. So yes, I am interested in Fujitora's character for the most part. Not necessarily his combat style, but his character, other things that his character presents I'm interested in seeing. Who knows, he may even defect from the Marines, although I doubt that's going to happen, but we'll see what happens with that. The next thing we see is Usopp. Now, you have a bunch of people that are supposed to be going after him, and he was saying, if you guys are coming to get me, why don't you come and get me? However, the people, they don't actually want to go after Usopp. They still have love and loyalty to King Riku, and they want to, they want to help him out any way they can. They're even willing to throw their lives away for him. Although King Riku tells them that's quite pointless, and he decided that the best thing to do is just for them to put their faith in Luffy and the other Straw Hats and their allies, in hopes that they defeat Doflamingo and stop this madness. Now, we get into the last part of the chapter, which is, I guess, would be considered the main course, which is going back into the Luffy and Law versus Doflamingo and Trable. Now, Law explains how his radio knife thing works, and he explains that when he uses it, it cuts things permanently, so Trable will not be able to, I think, put himself back together. He's not dead, but he did take some damage from that, and it might be permanent damage. However, Trable's he's still able to move, and Trable, I think he does get a cheap shot on Law, and Doflamingo is able to do the same with Luffy because they get distracted. Doflamingo continues to use Bellamy as his puppet. Trable spouts some things out to Law about how he used to take care of him and, why is he betraying him. And he also brought up something interesting, too, about, I'm not sure who said it. I'm not sure if it was Law or Trable. I'm pretty sure it might have been Trable. About the whole, him wanting Law's fruit, or all of them wanting Law's fruit. I'm not sure where that's going, but we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens with that. Now, the other interesting part about this chapter, which is the last part, is when we see Doflamingo's backstory. Not the whole thing, we just see a little bit of it. We see him when he's 8 years old, and what pretty much happens is we see, excuse me. Alright, what we see is they were a rich family, and his father decides to leave that all behind. so then they get into the slums, and I guess that's where his mother got sick and died. At least that's what we've seen of this backstory so far. Personally, I'm kind of in the fence with it. I think we need to see more, because right now there really isn't that much depth to it, because right now he just sounds like a spoiled little brat, upset about the fact that, about the fact that he can't live in luxury anymore. Because he found out how he's seen both the heaven and hell of Earth and, well, of the world, and that he's been through more than, Luffy and Law, any of them. He's been through the most, and that he doesn't want to play children's game with them anymore. From what we've seen so far, has he really been through a lot? I mean, when you compare it to some of the other Straw Hats, it's not really saying a lot. Right now, I put his like in the middle. It's not like, really, we need to see more from his backstory, because right now it's not showing much depth to it. And I hope there is more to it, because if there is, I'm going to call that kind of a cop out on this part, because they'll just make him more like a 2 to 1 dimensional villain. Actually, I would say right now he's like 2D. But we need to see more right now. So I guess hopefully we'll get to see that. The last thing I want to mention before I end this review is that this chapter is really short. So that's it. Rate, comment, subscribe. I already did my Naruto and Bleach chapter reviews, so if you want to check those out, you can. I'm doing a live stream later this week, so you can tune into that if you want, and I will see you guys later.